The new Sam Lords expected to generate hundreds of jobs. Some Christchurch West constituents upset about the expulsion of their MP from the BLP. And in sports, the Windies jet off down under to take on the Aussies.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Very good evening to you. I'm Lisa Broom. This is the CBC Evening News. More than 1,000 jobs will be created when the Sam Lords Castle by Wyndham Resort opens. This from Prime Minister Fendel Stewart as he spoke at the groundbreaking ceremony for the Wyndham Sam Lords Castle.
There was some concern when the once thriving Sam Lords Castle closed its doors years ago, taking with it scores of jobs. Now there's renewed hope that by 2018, Barbadians can expect the beauty of Sam Lords Castle to be restored, and with it, several jobs. Prime Minister Fendel Stewart predicts the transformation of the picturesque 57 acres of land to generate a lot of economic activity.
The hotel will employ in excess of 1,000 persons after completion and is also expected to generate approximately 2,000 additional jobs in other sectors of the economy. Foreign exchange earnings to be made by the property are estimated at over $70 million a year, with a direct contribution to the GDP of $35 million.
Prime Minister Stewart himself, a Philippine, said he was happy that others in that parish will see social and economic benefits when the project is completed.
Residents of this parish will be able to earn income as entrepreneurs, service and produce providers, and hotel employees. A number of farmers in the area will now have another market for their produce, and artists and craftsmen will also reap a similar benefit.
China's ambassador to Barbados, Wang Ke, says this is just one of the projects the Chinese plan to partner in with the people of Barbados.
It is also worth mentioning that besides Sam Lords Castle Hotel, China and Barbados are negotiating other projects to be funded by China's preferential loans, such as reconstruction and expansion of Grand Adam International Airport and Pierhead Marina project in Bridgetown. We have every reason to expect a promising future of China-Barbados cooperation for mutual benefit.
Both Ambassador Wang and Prime Minister Stewart are anxious for the start of the project next year. Sean Farrell, CBC News.
Thanks, Sean. Unfair. That's how some constituents feel about the outcome of the Maria Agard saga within the Barbados Labour Party. Dr. Agard was expelled from the party after a meeting of the National Council last night. The Barbados Labour Party took the decision, saying Dr. Agard had failed to recognise the legitimacy of a democratically elected branch of the party. Dr. Agard won the Christchurch West seat in the last general election. She was ordered to face 9 charges, among them failing to be guided by the party's council, which had ordered her not to speak to the media on the relationship with the branch to allow for reconciliation. CBC visited the constituency earlier and spoke with some residents, and they are not at all happy.
This is a good MP. You could go call Maria anytime and she'd be there. And the way how they bash her, I don't like it. Okay? What we want somebody who could represent us, that we could go to them. We don't want somebody that come here a year and then after they move on. We want somebody who gonna do something for us. Okay? And what they do to Miss Agard is unfair.
The people here in Christchurch put her there. She should stay there till her time is up. When her time is up and then they say they want somebody else, then they'll find somebody else and let the thing roll how I believe it should roll. But to just kick she out, I don't understand. I don't like it. We put her there. She should stay there.
I think a politician is for the people, not for the party. And helping another, all is the same village. Half the road is one constituency, half is the next. And even if two of them come together and do something for the good of the community, I think it's a positive thing. She shouldn't be getting bashed for it.
Some have even suggested Dr. Agard run as an independent.
I think she should run independent because I think she could still win the seat. She could still win the seat. She have a lot of respect in the village.
She will still get support, but I don't believe, being with people upset and things, she will still get support, but I don't believe she would get much support as before.
In a statement, the BLP said after hearing the charges against the Christchurch West MP, it was determined that she should be expelled from the party as provided for by the Constitution. The party said the removal of Dr. Agard had nothing to do with the issue of freedom of speech or the ability to manage diverse opinions. Opposition leader Mia Motley is reported to have said the decision to expel the MP was not an easy one, but had to be taken as a matter of principle. However, judging from the sentiments of constituents, the BLP will have to work quite hard as it seeks to find a replacement for the sitting MP. Well, the opposition Barbados Labour Party may have to face the law courts following its decision to expel Dr. Maria Agard. We hear more from Ryan Broom.
Her attorney, Queen's Counsel Hal Gollop, made this disclosure on CBC's Talk Your Talk program this morning. He said it was ironic that Dr. Agard knew about her expulsion from the newspaper when she was accused of also engaging the press about certain matters. Mr. Gollop also explained the decision to walk out of the disciplinary hearing. He says Dr. Agard was not given a fair hearing in that the principles of natural justice were not followed. These would include a fair hearing giving full particulars of the charges and being able to cross-examine any witnesses or call her own. The attorney says his main concern was that when he sought to explain to the chairman, Ms. Motley, that the same people who drafted the charges could not be the same ones to adjudicate. In other words, act as judge and jury. Ms. Motley refused to hear any such cases. He says this rule of bias would invalidate anything that the disciplinary body did. Mr. Gollop says if the matter goes to court, it would not be the first time a decision is challenged in that manner.
The Barbados Football Association has been brought to court already. The Barbados Cricket Association has been in court several times. The Dominoes, Wrist and Hearts Association has been brought to court. The Barbados Turf Club has found itself in court. All of these are private bodies. The church, the Anglican Church, has found itself in court. The Methodist Church has found itself in court. So a political party is not exempt from the rule of law. I mean, the general concept which we lawyers adhere to is that no man, not even the king himself, is above the law.
Mr. Gollop describes yesterday as one of the most hurtful in his career and says he believes the matter could have been handled differently.
It is a situation which I wish had not occurred. The DLP had the same problem, the identical problem, and it was dealt with in a manner that did not expose it to public ridicule. This certainly now is a matter that can expose the party and its leadership to ridicule.
So certainly we can expect to hear more on this story as it develops. Lisa?
Thanks, Ryan. Political terrorism. That's how Minister of Education Ronald Jones has summed up the developments taking place between Christchurch West MP Dr. Maria Agard and the BLP. He sees the move as an orchestrated attempt to bring down the representative for working with a government MP of a neighbouring constituency. Mr. Jones told a DLP meeting at the Hildeskeen Primary School that unlike the BLP, the Democratic Labour Party allows democracy to flourish within the organisation.
Democracy allows for different views to be brought to the center. Democracy allows for contestation of ideas and of views. And if I don't want a Rick to walk with me, I'll walk with somebody else. Still stay in the party, still make the party strong. Don't seek to take out Ronald Jones. Don't seek to say, but you talk to the nation.
Mr. Jones says while political parties have disciplinary codes and committees, there must be some level of concern for all the parties involved.
You can't be guilty before it is proven. That is not how our system works. No. That is not what we do in Barbados. And therefore political parties who lead Barbados must represent within their own codes a process which recognizes that the party is innocent until proven guilty.
Business has begun at the new David Thompson Health and Social Services Complex. The doors of the complex were open to the public from this morning and saw an unexpected number of clients from as early as 8 a.m. Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Omar Edwards, says the facility offers new features and equipment, but will have a similar layout to other polyclinics.
We have GP services, we have wound care services, we have podiatry. We will have a dental department in operation shortly. We also expect, we have a continuing visiting mental health service, and we also have a physiotherapy department.
Well, many of the people who were present expressed their happiness with the opening and said they will do all they can to keep it in good condition.
I'm very proud that clinic opened it long overdue, and we will try to care it with the apple of our eye.
I'm very proud of our new clinic, and we will try to make sure that everybody keep it as clean as possible.
Over 50 children with life-threatening conditions have had their wishes granted by the Precious Touch Foundation over the last 8 years. The foundation's Vice President, St. Alban Callender, has revealed, however, that funding has been one of the major challenges.
So far, we've been fortunate in being able to meet the needs of all of the wish-granting children, all of the wishes that have been made by children, we have so far been able to meet. It is a great challenge, and we are now facing down, a really significant challenge, but we hope to be able to continue granting all of those wishes.
As the charity celebrates its 8th anniversary, President Adorial Maxwell Hazel says they'll be seeking to inform more people of their work.
We're just hoping that we can get more persons coming to help the foundation, and it is our wish that more persons would learn of the foundation and be aware of the wonderful work we are doing here in Barbados.
The second logistics and supply chain project baton by the Caribbean Postal Training Center was concluded recently. Interim Secretary General of the Caribbean Postal Unit, Reynold Baldiosing, says that the participants must share their knowledge when they return home.
We must note that these workshops can only increase in value as an investment when we engage in knowledge transfer when we return to our respective territories. The knowledge and the elevated purpose and the confidence which we gain here place us in the position of wanting and needing to share the experience.
The training was done by the United States Postal Service. Facilitator Carlos Rodriguez outlined some of the things participants learned from the training.
Representatives of the UPU, Jan Bojnowski and Mike Ashby, our own, provided insight on several available technological solutions offered through the UPU, such as the quality control system, the global monitoring system, and the customs declaration system, that if used effectively will help you manage the performance and efficiency of your mail operations.